Gentlemen, you don't have enough talent to win on talent alone.
Hello, welcome to the podcast Radio. I'm fantastic. With me as always, he eats Subway, but not near children. It's Mike Regan. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm DDID, Adam.
DDID. Hold on. Down to do it.
Dick deep in data.
God, how is that even worse than what I said?
Football seasons are underway. We have actual games to analyze instead of just going off of preseason predictions and speculation.
That
Dick deep in data. Put that on a t-shirt.
That was so horrifying that I still haven't recovered from it, and you said it again.
You got a problem with being dick deep in data?
Yeah, I guess I do, apparently. I guess I do have a problem with that. Who knew that I would have a problem with... I'm not going to say it, but, you know.
You're just not committed.
Yeah, Mike, football's back. The NFL, most importantly.
Mm-hmm.
We had a game last night, and we could talk about a lot of things. We could talk about the matchups against cornerback twos. We could talk about the CeeDee Lamb drops. We could talk about how we feel that Philly's offensive line looks, having retooled it, by which I mean having to get one new player after Mekhi Becton left. We talk about all that. Or we can talk about Spitgate. You want to talk about Spitgate?
I guess we have to get it out of the way for the SEO. You know, everybody's talking about.
Yeah, and that's how SEO works, I think. I wouldn't know. I'm not the person who volunteered to figure it out. So what side of the sea land on? And if you don't know what Spitgate is, fucking crawl out from underneath your rock. What side do you land on? Did Dak Prescott spit at Jalen Carter first?
I think it was a big miscommunication. Dak definitely spit in his direction, but there was distance between them. But he was kind of looked up and made eye contact with Jalen Carter and had a shit-eating grin on his face, which I think is what initiated the heated exchange. And then some people are oh, he spit on he spit on Dak Prescott. No, he spit at him, and he also spit down towards his chest. Not he didn't hock a loogie in his face. All right. And so I think it got blown up. I got a little aggravated by Collinsworth, and then before they showed the footage of the whole thing, which made it seem not as bad. I got a little aggravated by Collinsworth and I think one of the McCourties is on NBC's booth between halves or whatever.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but they both were just
Tirico.
Yeah, but they were both just it's just it's terrible. Can't believe you do that to your team. You let everybody down. It's disgusting. And we're hammering him. And I was yeah, it was a stupid thing to do. I don't know, but not to be dramatic, but I don't know, where's that energy when you're calling a game with a player who has allegations of terrible things against him, and you're still just there you go, look at him run that slant route, he's so fast.
Well, for me, the part that was just so incredibly great was that he was disgusted with Jalen Carter over this. Wasn't Jalen Carter someone who had an issue in college? Wasn't he one of the people involved in the Georgia racing thing or something?
He did. Yeah, he went to Georgia, so he probably went fast.
But
nothing about that though. You know, and
yeah.
he was a dumb kid when he did that. Same thing. People change, and that's different than some of the other terrible things that we unfortunately the NFL players can end up in the headlines for. So maybe being a little dramatic, saying hey, keep that energy when you're, calling games for certain players, especially if they're in the middle of a controversy that's still lingering in the current thing. But anyway, and the other point I was going to make about it was dude, the Eagles just hung a banner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Carter's in his mid-20s now, prime of his life.
Yeah, probably early 20s, but yeah.
The amount of testosterone on that field, and the fact that he got into a heated exchange and then had a lapse of judgment and spit at Dak Prescott, I chalk this up to that was dumb. Nothing more.
I think my favorite parts of it were first off, Dak Prescott's casual signal to the referee after Jalen Carter spit on him.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
kind of like, you see that, right? And the referee was like, "Yep, flag." Second, Chris Collinsworth, absolute like Lindsey Graham-esque just indignation with the incident.
Yeah.
Mike, he basically just shit on the flag and set it on fire there, Mike.
This is disgusting, Mike. I threw up a minute ago. I threw up all over your shoes, Mike.
Mike, I'm just wondering if this makes Jalen Carter worse than Hitler.
It's like a 1A, 1B situation for me, Mike.
Football's really back when we get to break out the Collinsworth.
Yeah. There was also a clip.
Got to break out the Romo next.
They also showed a clip of like Dak Prescott on the sidelines, like obviously based on like his gestures and mannerisms, talking about the situation with one of like his teammates, and it was all like smiles and laughing, which I get it. Like I don't blame him for being like that, but I was also on he kind of had like a shit eating grin through the whole thing. So I was kind of like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, if they were talking shit to each other, and then Jalen Carter spit on him, and he got Jalen Carter ejected, I would be pretty happy with that too if I was Dak Prescott.
Yeah, that's part of the game.
You got any notes on the actual game?
A few.
Any grand propositions about the incoming NFL season based off this game?
Like on a macro sense of the whole league.
Maybe more like the whole direction of the planet, the race as a whole, the human race, where we're going the next billion years, I would say.
Right. Well, let's start with the elephant in the room. That I feel like it was noticeable that they didn't have a Micah Parsons. The Cowboys, that is.
Also, not a great run defense either.
No.
Yeah, it would have really helped to have a real like athletic edge who could play QB contain against Jalen Hurts a couple times there.
Right, like Jalen Hurts is just like constantly like sauntering like to the outside and picking up first downs. Like he never like I mean he definitely could outrun me by like a bajillion seconds, or I don't know, however you would time that, but like
probably not
like trust me, or whatever you want to say, like extremely faster athlete than me. But like on TV when you watch him, I'm always like, this dude's slow. How is no one getting to him? What is happening?
Yeah, it's all those squats, man. He just looks wide. I mean, it kind of for me just reinforced a lot of the issues that we were going to have walking into this. The Eagles CB2 situation is real bad. Adoree Jackson allowed 103 yards. Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell are the only people that had a positive PFF grade in coverage from their defensive backs room. Jacorian Bennett was targeted 3 times and allowed 3 receptions. It's not great for the CB2, but at the point when you're like, I feel like every team in the league has a bad cornerback room now. I don't know how this happened, but like even like Deron Bland was pretty fucking terrible. Like I don't know what happened. Did all the cornerbacks just switch to being slot receivers in high school? And that's what happened, and that's why we have so many good receivers and so many bad cornerbacks.
I guess so.
Like we need Travis Hunter to really be able to play two-way because we need to find a way to get more corner talent into the league, and it's apparently not helping that wide receivers are paid 3 times as much as corners.
Well, like, corners aren't getting the endorsement deals. They're not like all over, they're not getting the State Farm commercials. That's the problem.
How has a seatbelt company not endorsed them yet?
A seatbelt company?
They'll do that strap celebration where they go like
that. Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, putting a strap on them.
Oh. I never knew that. You literally just like blew my mind. I thought they were like putting a sword away or something. I never really got it.
How about why hasn't Rainbow Six Siege sponsored any of them? Because they also do the thing where they make the door and then kick it in. Although that's more of a defensive lineman thing.
Yeah, that's usually a defensive lineman thing. Hey, do you feel like the
I'm not talking about strap celebrations.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you gonna ask?
Like with the Jalen Carter ejection, it kind of made me pause when I was looking at it, and I was like, dude, the Eagles don't have a lot of size up front.
They got Kenny Clark. What do you mean?
I said the Eagles.
Oh. They don't have Kenny Clark.
Mm.
Let's see. Not a big I don't know. Moro Ojimo guy. Not a big Jordan Davis guy.
That's it. Like those, like they have
6'6", 336 for Jordan Davis.
Yeah, those guys are both, over 300. But like Jalen Carter, the big like 300 plus pound like defensive end that can like wreck shop two ways. And I feel like you removed him, and I was like, shit, where's the size up front in this Eagles defense now? Like now I feel like you're relying on like athletic linebackers to make plays.
Yeah, and both of those Javonte Williams touchdowns were short yardage runs.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a good point. I think that we found the weakness. I think that one of us should call up GMs and start telling them to just run like I formation HB slams over and over again against the Eagles.
Slam them.
Yeah, just slam them. It's a classic Madden play.
Halfback slam, baby.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. I'm pulling up their depth chart right now to see if anyone, like, we're just forgetting someone who was hurt, maybe?
Like,
no,
rookie
not really.
Ty Robinson isn't active.
Yeah, Ty Robinson didn't play. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Moro Ojimo, or Ojimo. Gabe Hall and Byron Young, who I guess would be, like, the big addition. But Byron Young isn't, like, ooh, he's like this thick, wide nose tackle who's gonna stop the run.
Yeah.
No,
so something to keep in mind as the season rolls along. I feel like they could be like I feel like their defense could be in some spots an injury away from problems,
or one spit takeaway.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on Jihad Campbell from the game?
I don't.
All right. What about Joshua Uche?
Uchi. Oh, that means no.
All right. Well, that's all I got, Mike. How do you feel about the first game of the NFL season? One of games. Cowboys cover the spread. Eagles win it.
Yeah.
Brandon Aubrey, very good.
I wanted like the Cowboys to get steamrolled so I could like roll around in the tears of Cowboys Nation today, but that wasn't in the cards. But in some ways, it's just as satisfying watching them lose a close one,
Sure. Whatever makes you happy. I feel like I should be the anti Cowboys guy, but
you mentioned it like going into the segment, but like the fourth quarter CD drops were bad. He did also have 110 yards.
He had the two like Mark Andrews drops.
Yeah.
Rough day to be an AJ Brown, Dak Prescott fantasy holder. I'll tell you that.
That is true. I guess now that I look at it again, though, CD only caught like just over 50% of his targets. So
yeah, that was also a big, like wide receiver 2 game because of the cornerback issues. Like they targeted Pickens a lot. The problem is Pickens not very good.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it's only one game, but like the Lamb Pickens combo didn't look like a winning, like a top tier combo there in week 1. And like first half, Collinsworth kept being like, "Hey, here we go again. They got Lamb and Pickens opposite sides of the field, trying to spread them out."
If you're this Eagles defense, you really gotta put 3 or 4 safeties on that George Pickens.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Looking forward now, we at Talent Alone have picked our team of the year. It is the Arizona Cardinals, a mistake that will inevitably come back to bite us in the ass. As a result, I figured we'll hedge and do the best thing, the most fun thing to do in sports, and that's hate a thing.
Hate a thing.
So as such, I thought we could pick a reverse team Talent Alone. So every week we'll be rooting for the Arizona Cardinals to win and for the reverse team Talent Alone to lose. I have a few candidates for you, Mike.
Okay.
First off, I think there's a case to be made that we pick another team in the NFC West. That way we're guaranteed 2 matchups on the year against each other. Those would be like our big rivalry week games. We'll do 3-4 podcasts on each of those games.
Wow.
Just really breaking it down. Get into the minutia. We'll talk to like the lawn guy at the field, see what he thinks. But we're both big Rams guys, so it kind of just leaves Seattle or San Francisco open as the two teams. I don't know if you have any specific feelings about either of those. I know that you're shorting your San Francisco stock, but I don't know if you're shorting it enough to hate it.
I don't know if I'm shorting it enough to hate it. I'm just like shorting it enough to be like, I feel like ahead of the curve that this is all crumbling apart, which is kind of funny. Like a real quick segue is that I feel like not just me. I feel like there were a lot of people that were like, oh, like, yeah, Christian McCaffrey's great. Christian McCaffrey is hurt a lot, and then before they even played the first game of the season, he's hurt.
Yeah, this is what the age curve is. People think the age curve is like Peyton Manning not being able to like move at all anymore. But the age curve is also that these guys are older. They've accumulated injuries over a long period of time, and they don't heal as fast.
Right.
So this is the age curve. Like, this isn't, oh, when McCaffrey gets another healthy... No, like, McCaffrey's career is on the decline. And it sucks to say that out loud because we all like Christian McCaffrey. Who doesn't love a white boy running back outside of Cam Scatterbo? But this is the age curve sloping down dramatically. In a few years, Christian McCaffrey is going to be the running back 2 on Pittsburgh behind Jalen Warren, getting like 11 carries a game. And that's just how this works.
Just happens.
Some other candidates. The shorting the coach candidate. So this will be where we short coaches that, for whatever reason, one or both of us don't like. I have the Titans with Brian Callahan, the Saints with Kellen Moore, and the Cowboys with Brian Schottenheimer. Let me ask you this real quick. Are you aware of the Saints offensive coordinator?
I feel like you're going to tell me and then I'm going to remember that's who it was.
Did you listen to the podcast Tyler and I did earlier this week?
Not yet.
Okay, excellent. It's Doug Nussmeier.
And he is the father of?
He is the father
Nuss
of the Nuss Bus, yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, someone else mentioned that. I think
he's been
on the Simmons pod they did.
He's been following Kellen Moore from job to job over everywhere he's worked since Kellen Moore was in Dallas. Like, he's followed Kellen Moore to every single job, and now he's in New Orleans, conveniently the team that's probably going to end up with the number 1 overall pick and has no answers at quarterback.
Yeah.
Nussbus going number 1, ahead of everyone universally agreed upon number 1 pick Lenora Sellers.
University living it. I don't know if I want. I mean, it would be cool because he plays at LSU, Baton Rouge.
Yeah,
stays there, plays Saints. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
so I'd be like hating
his dad to coach him, so he could never get laid. It's great.
Yeah, I guess that would be something.
Imagine being Chris Olave and you go into the field and there's the two Nussmeyers next to each other, just going, man, I had to work for this. Y'all are out here. Continuing the list of potential reverse team talent loans, the we've been hurt before teams, and that's Atlanta and Pittsburgh. Obviously, we previously picked Atlanta as team talent alone. Year 1, that was Arthur Smith's final year. But Pittsburgh has both Aaron Rodgers and Arthur Smith.
Yeah, I so far you've named 3 teams so far. I also had written down the Saints, the Cowboys, and the Steelers. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I don't think this is going to work at all. So I'm very high on picking the Steelers. I can't pick Atlanta. I can't root against my boy.
Yeah, you like Michael Penix too much. The We Hate Joe Burrow Club, that would be going with Cincinnati.
Why do you hate Joe Burrow so much? What do you do to you?
He paid T. Higgins to try to kill a player on your team.
Is that what happened?
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And finally, for different reasons, how would you feel about picking the Buccaneers? Listen, I'm out because Liam Cohen's out. I've been very loud about that.
Yeah.
I think that the infrastructure falls apart. Baker's doing commercials again. We're both real worried about that. And we have the Bucks Cards bet.
That's true. So we will get the matchup there. I am fading the Bucks. Some people are super high on them. I think they're just like what they've been the last 2 years, a like solid team in a bad division.
Yeah, now the division's going to get great. Bryce Young, Garrett Nussmeier, Michael Penix.
Hell yeah. Garrett Nussmeier. It's fast forwarding here. Did you?
So that's all the candidates I have. What do you got?
Okay. Did you consider Miami at all?
No, it feels like punching down.
I guess that's fair.
I don't like Tyreek Hill, so I'm with you on that. I feel bad for Tua, and I feel bad for Mike McDaniel's impending place in the unemployment line.
Okay. Are the Colts punching down too?
The Colts aren't punching down. I feel no vitriol towards the Colts. Do you feel vitriol towards the Colts?
Yeah. Like, I feel like a blatant track record of like poor management brings vitriol out in me.
Okay. I think that you're still just upset about them ruining Andrew Luck.
I am. This poor management line goes back deep. Goes back deep.
Anyone else I didn't throw out that you had in mind?
No. I jotted the Browns down, but I don't think so.
No, because that's like real hate.
Yeah.
So who are our overlapping candidates then? I'm guessing Saints, Cowboys, Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Okay. Who do you feel like if you had to rank them? Here, let's both rank them. I'm gonna type my rankings in here, and then we'll say our rankings out loud. One being the team that you want to root against the most, 3 being the team you want to root against the least.
I'm ready.
All right, let's start with 3. Who's your number 3 team? The team that you want to root against the least.
I wrote them next to each other. They're tied for number 2. So I'll do this.
I had one rule.
I will say the Cowboys just because it's not like there's something specific about this Cowboys team where I'm going to root against them constantly. It's just really that like I never root for the Cowboys. Like I'm always rooting against them for some reason. So I'll put them 3.
Okay, I have New Orleans 3.
Oh, okay.
Who do you have 2?
The Steelers 2.
You have the Steelers 2. I have Dallas 2.
Because this didn't do anything.
No, it does, because that means that I have Pittsburgh 1 and you have Pittsburgh 2.
Oh,
which
so
that's our highest combined ranking.
Yes.
Yeah. So reverse team town alone. The Aaron Rodgers, Arthur Smith, Pittsburgh Steelers with DK Metcalf.
Yeah. Well, we'll call this the it's time to move on year for the this team because it's time for Aaron Rodgers probably to move on into a different profession, and it's time for Mike Tomlin to probably just move on.
So our success condition with Team Town alone has always been that if they win the Super Bowl the year we pick them, we win.
Really? I thought it was just like make the playoffs or something.
Just came up with that.
Okay.
What is our success condition with rooting against Pittsburgh?
Top 10 draft pick.
Top 10 draft pick. I think that I don't want anything good for them. Like that's the point.
Okay.
So I think like the 14th pick in the draft, and everyone is out next year.
Okay, yeah. So like miss the playoffs and then get like that 11 to 15 draft pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can dig it.
So we our rooting interest in Pittsburgh is for them to land between 11 and 15 in the draft, and for Aaron Rodgers to go retire to go snort pyramids or whatever he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mike. So do we know if Pittsburgh and Arizona play each other?
I don't think so, but I also don't know.
They played in the 2023 Super Bowl.
They did.
That was 2023.
That's
2023. 2013 Super Bowl.
13, yeah. No, they don't play each other.
All right. Well, we don't get a chance to do that, but outside of that, we have our teams set, and I, for one, think that I made the best decision possible. Moving along here, Mike. Let me see. I got the rundown on my phone, so I want to do things in order because it made sense when I filled out. All right, Mike. Next up, we have the games of the week. You looked like you were into a musical bit. I don't know. You did something weird with your mouth.
I puckered my mouth for some reason. Tourette's. I don't know. I should check what that
podcast. Should we not?
I think it's been going pretty smooth.
Just making sure. Just checking. Mike, games of the week is a thing that we are bringing back from a couple seasons ago, where we choose the games of the week. It's a very complicated process where we pick the best games of football that are going to happen in the week.
Wild.
Mike, what is your game of the week?
number one game of the week. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go. I think I'm going relatively chalk here, and also homerism, and say it's Bills Ravens.
I think that's probably the correct answer. In fact, it's the
Yeah.
only one that I forgot to put a bullet point in front of, so it looks like it's the most important.
Gotcha.
Like all the rest of the games are pointed behind it in my notes. So it's like we're talking about Lions and Packers, but only as a subsect of talking about Ravens Bills.
Yeah, I mean Lions Packers would be up there too. I guess.
Well, let's stick to your fucking game. How about that, Mike? How about
Okay.
you talk about your shit? Don't try to claim that you looked at other games outside of Ravens Bills. I don't even think you know who the Commanders play in Week 1.
You guys play the Giants.
Good job. Line on the game is currently Bills -1.5 at +100. So even odds. What's up?
I flipped.
To -100?
No, it's Ravens -1.5 right now.
Huh? What happened?
No idea.
Is this because of the secondary injuries, or is it just the betting markets betting Ravens?
Yeah, it might just be betting markets. Let me see if let's see. Yeah.
I feel like the Ravens are just going to spread this entire game. Like it's classic. Like we're going to get 2 tight ends in there. We're going to run Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. But I think they're just going to have like 3 wide receiver sets and just be throwing outside the numbers, because the Bills, I'm pretty sure that if you and I went out to Orchard Park, one of us could probably be like a backup nickelback for them right now.
Yeah, it's not great. It's very thin back there. Yeah,
it's almost like you know how I've classically been the way that you beat Patrick Mahomes is by getting pressure with 4 guy.
Yeah.
I think that my thing this year is that everyone's cornerbacks are bad, and we don't need to have that as a talking point.
I mean, I feel like the Broncos have something to say about that.
Okay. Well, guess what? There's some quarterbacks that if you get pressure with 4, you still don't sack them. Look at Josh Allen. So I don't know why you got to be a fucking pedantic piece of shit, Mike.
I also feel like the team we're playing has something to say about that, and Nate Wiggins and Jair Alexander.
Jair Alexander's so washed, man.
Yeah.
Listen, they got great safeties, and next year, when somehow the Ravens end up with Caleb Downs, it's going to be incredible. But like Nate Wiggins and Jair Alexander is, you have Nate Wiggins and a bag of bones.
So I was just curious on something. I was double checking. Yeah, all major sports books have it at either Ravens -1 or -1.5.
Did you check Bet River?
No, I didn't check Bet River.
Did you check ESPN Sportsbook?
No, I hate that. I will never bet ESPN.
Did you check Barstool Bets?
No, I didn't. I said major sports books. FanDuel's the stick in the mud right now. Who's doing like the other ones all have the Bills plus money on the money line, but FanDuel's the stick in the mud, has them at -102. So Bills at home, kicking off the season, the final season in this stadium before they go to the new one next year. Super Bowl. It's a like a Super Bowl or bust season once again.
Let me see here. I think that there's like a super limited amount of home opener dogs. The Bears, Falcons, Browns. Okay, maybe there's not. Maybe there's a lot of them. Seattle and Buffalo. Those are all the home opener dogs.
I just I want to like be super confident. You know, I want to be super confident Bills fan, and like I think we can definitely win this game. I just think for us to win it, kind of similar to like we beat them in the playoffs, like we have to play a very clean game.
Yeah, you just need Mark Andrews to drop a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, like it was that close, and we like everything has to go according to plan because there's just some mismatches here that I don't like.
I feel like the Ravens traditionally start slow. Am I making that up?
No, the last probably I want to say like at least the last 2 seasons for sure, like weeks 1 and 2, maybe 1 through 3 were like kind of shaky for them, or they drop one of those games and then they'd get it together.
Yeah, 2020. So last year, famously, they lost their first 3 games and then won the division. Last year 2023 they went 2-3 or 3-2 in their first 5 games, losing to Pittsburgh and Indianapolis. Let me see. I just feel like there's something about the NFC North or AFC North that they always start slow.
Yeah,
like the
Bengals love to do it.
Bengals famously do that. 2022, I promise I won't do this forever. 2022, they were 3-3 through 6 games. Yeah, so it's better to get the Ravens early on, I guess. There's something there.
There's something there.
There's something there, Mike.
There's something there.
Yeah,
I just like I don't like I worry about like our defensive front being able to, like, I feel like when we get up against guys like Mahomes and Lamar, we can get into the backfield. Getting home, yeah, like getting home for the sack or making that contact, or like it's just that's where it comes up short. And really, like, I'm already calling it right now, not putting this down as an Ali specific prediction, and it's a really mean thing to say. Like, I already foresee like Joey Bosa pulling a hamstring trying to chase down Lamar Jackson.
So interior defensive line, Greg Rousseau, of course, Daquan Jones, Ed Oliver as your starting ones, with Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
Well, Joey Bosa and Greg Rousseau as your pass rushers.
Yeah.
Then you have a bunch of rookies behind them. So that's where like the question mark comes in. Like, how athletic are these rookies going to be? How good are they going to be against the Ravens offensive line and Derrick Henry specifically? That's where we get into the big question marks. Now, the things that aren't question marks at all are how bad your secondary is, Mike.
Yeah.
You got Christian Binford, Tre'Davious White, and Taron Johnson starting at cornerbacks. Of course, Christian Binford will not be starting because he's hurt, and Tre'Davious White might be hurt, which means that you get some sick Dorian Strong minutes and Jamarcus Ingram.
I was trying to just focus on our front seven because I didn't want to have to talk about the secondary because it upsets me.
What's your favorite Jamarcus Ingram memory?
Benford was a full participant Thursday, so
there you go. So you get Benford. Tre'Davious White still hurt?
Yeah. Yeah, he's doubtful.
So there's a Jamarcus Ingram, unless they're gonna have Dorian Strong play the right side, I guess. But
yeah,
that's how do you feel about Dorian Strong, Mike? How do you?
Not great.
Yeah. Where was he drafted, or is he undrafted?
Oh, he had to have been. I don't think he was.
UDFA, Dorian Strong.
He was a 6th-round pick.
6th-round pick. You know who else was a 6th-round pick, Mike?
Christian Benford.
Russell Wilson.
Oh.
Russell Wilson was a 6th-round pick.
I was gonna say Russell Wilson was a 5th-round pick. Future brownie.
Kamari Lassiter.
It's like also a bummer because Maxwell Harrison's out for the first 4 games, and like I don't know what his slot on this roster would have looked like. Like I don't know if we would have like fed him to the wolves and just thrown him out there right away. Because I don't know if he was really that 100% ready. But now we're not gonna know for 4 more fucking games. So that's a bummer. It's gonna be another year of the Bills playing like a bend but don't break defense because we don't have the guys in the secondary that can put a dude like on an island or make those big plays that we need. Like that's the sad situation. But hey, we got Micah Hyde on the practice squads, or not Micah Hyde. We got Jordan Poyer on the practice squads, and Gabe Dave.
Oh, love a good practice squad, Gabe Dave. After how much did Jacksonville pay him?
I don't know. They like paying a lot to receivers.
The big additions to Baltimore that you get to be dealing with: DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Nuke, famously caught the Hail Murray against the Bills.
Well, he was all juiced up on roids.
He was all juiced up, just full of steroids.
Yeah.
Like if Jair Alexander's a bag of bones, at that point DeAndre Hopkins was a bag of testosterone.
Exactly. He was spitting on everybody.
Ronnie Staley comes in, left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
You don't seem to have a lot of thoughts. Isaiah Likely's gonna be out, so you get some good Mark Andrews moments.
I mean, Ronnie Staley, that he's a good tackle. He's a vet.
Yeah, Ronnie Staley, Andrew Voorhees, Tyler Linderbaum, Daniel Falel, and Roger Rosegardner.
Yeah, I mean, boring talking point.
Probably not great, but yeah.
Boring talking point, but I think these are 2 very good offensive lines.
Yes. Bill's probably one of the best in the league. Ravens are above average. You get firsthand experience up against your boy Malachi Starks and your boy Kyle Hamilton. Who doesn't love that?
Jesus.
Some good safety pairings there. The aforementioned bag of bones, Jair Alexander, Marlon Humphrey, and Nate Wiggins round out the starting secondary there in a base, but of course they're probably playing mostly nickel.
Like if Starks hits the ground running in the NFL, like Jair Alexander can be a bag of bones when you have Nate Wiggins on the other side and then Hamilton and Starks also out there roaming around.
They just have our lads for the Baltimore Ravens have a position just called rush.
Like the band.
Yeah, it's the
The band's going to be on the field.
Sawyer. Odafe Owe is just a rush, according to our lads.
Yeah. I guess that, like, in a way, I could see more people just like transitioning, like get rid of like a lot of people have like that will linebacker position on depth chart still, and it's like, dude, you're just like you're an edge rusher.
You guys like
an outside edge rusher.
The Bills cooked the Ravens last year by running the ball, especially in the divisional round game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they did that against this defensive line.
We have a very good offensive line.
and the middle linebackers too. Jake Hummel, Roquan Smith. Now they got Jay Higgins the fourth. Mike, what's your favorite Jay Higgins the fourth memory?
When him and Jay Higgins the third buried Jay Higgins the second. It was very emotional.
He is from Iowa, inside linebacker from Iowa.
Oh, I knew that.
All right, Mike. Who you taking? And you got a super sick prediction or anything?
I'm gonna take the Bills, obviously, and I'm gonna make a prediction that Keon Coleman finds himself lined up with the bag of bones, Jair Alexander, and just mosses the ever living shit out of him.
He's gonna moss Jair.
Yeah,
I don't know if Jair can keep up with him. All right, Mike. My game of the week. Lions,
you
Packers.
blinked. Okay.
Last time I checked, it was Packers minus 2.5 at minus 112. I say last time I checked because when I was talking about Bills Raven, I said currently, and I was wrong.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
Last year, Lions won both games. November 3rd, Detroit beat Green Bay 24-14 in Lambeau, and then December 5th, Detroit beat Green Bay 31-24 to clinch a playoff spot with a walk-off field goal.
Here is something fun. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Well, it was like a lot of words.
Yeah.
To accidentally say out loud.
How did this line? That's so weird.
What?
Oh, it's back up. So. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
This is a really well-researched sentence for you.
I know.
I'm
really
confused as
I'm
you're
like,
trying to say the
no,
word.
this line moved to 1.5 at one point, and then I'm guessing Micah Parsons gave them the 2.5.
I don't know if a pass rush should be worth a full point, but hey, I don't set lines. I'm not a
but
handicapper.
Bettors react to big moves like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying like the really good bettors or like the people who do it for a living, but you know what I mean. Like the sharps probably don't.
So this matchup, I think the key points are the Lions' coaching turnover and offensive line turnover, which is perfect timing because the Packers just got a new player. Maybe you've heard of him, named Micah Parsons in the building.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a tough one for this brand new offensive line in Detroit. The other thing I think is very interesting about this is I really hope the passing game for Green Bay's terrible because I'm so sick of hearing how Matthew Golden's a wide receiver 1 when it's a team that's just a bunch of fucking wide receiver 2s. Already, by the way, Jaden Reed's probably going to miss this game, and Christian Watson's out for a while.
When was the last time, like, all the starting receivers on the Packers depth chart played together? Because I feel like one of them is always out.
I wonder if it's like an Exodia thing, where if they all come together, it causes the destruction of everything, so they have to always, like, fake injuries or something.
Maybe. I feel like one of them's always hurt.
Oh, yeah, one of them's always hurt, and it's always Christian Watson. Part of me's, I have people in my life that are Green Bay Packers fans, so I'm never rooting like fully against the Packers. Part of me is hoping that their passing game really just sucks shit and Matthew Golden pees on himself and everyone's out there just crying openly while Josh Jacobs runs for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
Are you not sick of hearing the Matthew Golden hype?
I mean,
It's the same shit like post draft, but with J.J. McCarthy pre-draft last year, where it's like nothing's changed, but suddenly Matthew Golden is the next coming to fucking Megatron, jammed into what, like a 6'9" frame, or sorry, 5'9", 5'11" frame.
I'm not sick of it because I literally like turned like draft night when they were like, how, like talked it up. Like that moment, I was like, okay, I disagree with this. This high of like, I disagree with the amount of hype this is getting, and I doubt something's going to change my mind. So I just like turned it off.
Okay.
I haven't been paying attention to it, you know.
Mike, stop me if you've heard this before.
Mhm.
I'm a little worried about Green Bay's cornerback too.
Yeah.
They
Is
got
this gonna be
Keyshawn
your-
Nixon and Nate Hobbs.
Hobbsy, Calvin and
Hobbsy.
Hobbsy.
Is this the dumbest podcast that we do?
It might be. Is cornerback 2 going to be like your gimmick like all season? Like every game you're going to bring it back to like, you know, they lost this one because of the problems at cornerback 2.
Sure feels like it, doesn't it?
It might be.
Keyshawn Nixon last year had a 60.7 coverage rating.
Yeah,
face.
Well, no, I was trying to think. Okay, no, never mind. I was gonna like try to like be contrarian and be like, well, I mean, outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown, like, are you real? And then I was like, oh wait, Jameson Williams can like hit you for big plays. That could be a problem.
Also, Tim Patrick.
Also, a little Isaac Tesla. Slaw.
White wide receiver.
Everybody's got to have one.
Yeah, despite his name being Tesla, so I assumed he was going to be a vehicle. And when I Googled him and he's a person, which was surprising to me.
Surprise.
I think the Packers are going to have like a really good defense this year. And it's a tough first game for Detroit, man. Like, obviously, classic. Love some good fashion NFC North old school matchups, especially taking place at Lambeau Field. But tough first matchup when on your offensive line you're bringing in Graham Glasgow, Taylor Decker, Tate Ratledge, all to start in place of departed former players. And you pair that with Ben Johnson now having flown the coop for greener pastures.
Yeah, I think this the big thing here is not to bring his name up again, but if Micah Parsons is like good to go, and it's one of the positions, especially for a player at his level, he will probably be able to jump in pretty quick.
Should we make
Jared Goff is not
what? Go ahead.
Good under pressure. He's terrible under pressure, actually.
Mm-hmm. Should we make a cut up right now that's just like to the I can do anything, you can do better, I can do anything better than you of just Aiden Hutchinson and Micah Parsons getting sacks in this game?
Oh, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
That's how we get TikTok famous.
Gotta get TikTok famous.
And then we'll get the money, which gives you the power, which gives you the women.
Jordan Love. Also not
Scarface.
good under pressure. Yeah, that's right. So we got two QBs not good under pressure, each facing one premier pass rusher. I don't know, Jim.
You know what I love about, well, that was accidentally clunky. You know what I like about Jordan Love?
What?
He has really good numbers against the blitz because as soon as he sees a blitz, he just rips a 60-yard throw, whether it's into double coverage, triple coverage, quadruple coverage, septuple coverage.
Right.
He's like, they're bringing 6. I'm throwing it downfield.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually pretty funny because Goff's numbers against the blitz are actually pretty good as well.
Yeah, Goff's good at identifying the blitz. He's good at getting the ball out fast. The question is, now that they switched from Ben Johnson to the former Broncos quarterbacks coach, I think.
Yeah, but I think he was on Detroit's staff last year, though.
I don't know, sure. I just know he's not Doug Nussmeier.
He's not Doug. He's not the Doug Bus Nuss. We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it, yeah. And just one more thing I want to mention is Rocky Sin. It's not going to be important to this game. I just like his name.
This is a dope name.
Dope name. Mike, my prediction for this game, I'm going to take the Packers to cover -2.5 as part of my year-long bet that the Lions are going to miss the playoffs. I'm going to say Micah Parsons and Aiden Hutchinson combine for 1 sack.
Ooh. I like that. They combine for 1 sack, so they each get
combine.
half a
Well,
sack?
you know, one of them could get 1 sack and the other can get 0. One of them could get 2 sacks and someone could get -1, as long as it adds up to 1 sack.
You want to bet that line, you should probably jump on it now. You can get it -104 at the Blue Sportsbook. I gotta stop saying their names. They're not sponsoring us.
For them to combine for 1 sack, I can get that -104.
No, the spread that you picked.
Oh, Packers -2.5. I'll bet it at Packers -8.5. I'll be fine. Like some other games I want to mention here. I got Texans Rams. Rams, last time I checked, -2.5. This is the Nick Caley debut for the Texans. We got the new OC in the building after Slowick got canned. Dick.
Mm-hmm.
We'll workshop it.
Yeah,
these are the 2 sleeper picks in each conference too. I feel that like there is definitely podcasts out there where someone goes, "I'm thinking Rams Texans Super Bowl."
Did you hear? I'll talk about it off thing. Like I said, off the thing. The thing, Jerry. Here's the thing. Good.
Mike was about to tell me about Shamu. Also, these Texans and Rams games only happened 5 times in NFL history, Mike.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
the Texans. Oh, they were the Oilers, but I think they've only been in Houston since like what, the early 2000s?
Late 90s, 99 or something. Yeah, your eyebrows did what my brain did.
I think it was 2000 something, but I'm not
Alexa,
gonna.
what was
Google
the
it.
Houston Texans' first season? Fucking dumb bitch.
What'd you say?
The Texans are first in the AFC South.
Everybody's first in the AFC South right now.
Yeah,
The 4-way tie.
She's real dumb. That bald fuck who runs the book warehouse site should get back from space and fix her.
Get your shit together. Come on, Bezos.
The other team I have, or the other game I have, is Buccaneers at Falcons.
Okay.
Bucks -2.5 favorite on the road.
I like this one for a specific reason.
Falcons. The Falcons won both games last year, to my surprise.
Oh.
You should have heard the noise I made when I saw that.
I should have heard. What was it? Can you?
What's the one specific reason you like? You made it sound like you're one of those like ad buttons you can click at the bottom of an article on CNN.
Yeah.
One specific reason that I like Buccaneers at Falcons.
No, just because I'm gonna bet the Falcons money line at plus money. It's plus money right now, so I'm gonna bet it.
Mike, is there any other games I missed that you wanted to bring up as games of the week?
I don't know. I do. I'm kind of like. I don't know. Never mind. I was like kind of tempted. I was looking at this like Texans Rams over, and I was like a little tempted because I was like, this secondary in LA is not great.
Yeah, I got some concerns about their CB2.
Yeah, and their CB1. So I was like, but I don't know. I feel like if CJ Stroud gets pressured a lot, it may not.
CJ
come through.
Stroud.
This guy.
Here's a guy who throws under pressure. I like CJ Stroud under pressure. The question there is they got some wide receiver issues to get fucking figured out fast.
Yeah.
Ironically, I really like the Texans CB2.
Texans have, on paper, Texans have a good defense.
Jalen Petrie, Kamari Lassiter, Derek Stingley Jr. Behind them, Kalen Bullock and C.J. Gardner-Johnson, or as I would usually call him, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah.
Front four of Will Anderson, Sheldon Rankins, Mario Edwards Jr., and Daniil Hunter, with Henry To'oTo'o and Azeez Al-Shaair behind him. That's a damn good defense, brother.
Yeah, they could just play the way they look on paper. They'd be a problem.
And Kaimi Fairbairn as a kicker.
A little Fairbairn. A little kick it right through the fair barn. I do want to highlight.
You got 25 seconds to talk about any game you want.
All right, fine. Just real quick, I want to highlight Titans Broncos because, dear God, could Cam Ward have gotten a harder first draw for his first start?
Here's the question.
To Denver to play that defense.
By halftime, if you had to pick one game where the stat's going to be like the quarterback has more interceptions than completions, is Broncos Titans like a -205 favorite?
Yeah, I think that's sitting at the favorite right now. I'm looking at their bad QB situations this week, and they're not going against the defense that was like where I think they're going to get picked off too much. So I think that would be the favorite, Adam.
All right, Mike, moving along here. Keeping things moving. Nice and oily like my hips. Just a quick little check-in, Mike. What is your bet of the week or best bets or Mike Regan bets badly but boffin?
Okay. So I guess
Trying to figure out how we can put it on a T-shirt.
I already said I like the Falcons plus money.
On the money
I
line.
feel like on the money line. I feel like it's a boring bet though.
It's boring for you because when I said, "Hey Mike, let's put down your best bet," I was expecting like a 7-leg parlay that pays out like 65,000 to 1.
Now my new thing is I like to get real deep in there and be like, I like this the second quarter spread. The way I see the game playing out, I kind of like this one. The other one I was considering is we're going to talk about them in a minute. So I'm not going to pick that one because we are going to talk about them. So yeah, let's go ahead and
I like you editing live.
I had a couple written down. I was trying to decide, but I'm going to go and say it. I'm a Penix guy. I'm going to stick with it. Falcons is my bet of the week. The Buccaneers are just fine. They're just good.
They're gonna be bad.
Okay.
They're finishing
turned
third
on them
in their division. What? I've always been against the Buccaneers. What do you mean?
I feel like I've at times been like way more against them, and you've like had to like reel me back in and be like, settle down.
Listen,
there.
Everyone's thinking the Detroit regression's coming because of Ben Johnson, but what everyone's missing is that the Buccaneers regression is coming because of the loss of Liam Cohen.
You're just a huge Liam Duval guy.
I am. I'm a big Duval guy. So you going Falcons money line at what price again?
The book I'm looking at now, you can get it at plus 102, and I think that was about the best. I think I saw one other book at like plus 104, but same thing.
How many hundreds of thousands would you put on that?
I would put us a bushel of hundreds of thousands.
Bushels of hundreds of thousands. Got it.
Bushels of hundreds of thousands. Hey, can I ask you like one question real quick?
Sure.
Bucks wide receiver fall off?
Mike Evans gonna be what, 32?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that everyone is creaming their pants so hard they're gonna explode over Emeka Egbuka.
I like Egbuka. I see him as like, damn, that dude's gonna be a really good. Like, I think that dude can be a good like wide receiver too.
I honestly think that the Bucks are gonna get kind of ate until Tristan Wirfs comes back.
Oh,
like he's maybe the best left tackle in the league, but Mike Evans, like I said, like 32 years old. Are you a big Tez Johnson guy? Emeka Egbuka, Chris Godwin's out for God knows how long. Sterling Shepard?
No.
Is Scotty Miller still there?
Scotty Miller.
We're not talking about Scotty Miller enough. Yeah. No. At some point, Mike Evans isn't going to have a 1,000-yard season, and it was almost last year, and it could happen any year. Remember, didn't he have like a horrible calf injury or something last year?
Evans?
Yeah. He like got a really bad calf sprain or something like that.
What a wuss. Throw some dirt on it. Get back out there.
Yeah. You know what Chris Godwin did after he dislocated his ankle live on TV?
Pops it back into place.
Popped back in, caught 4 touchdowns. Either that or he got the cart pulled out for him. I don't know. I was drinking a lot back then. All right, Mike. Your best bet of the week is in the books. Mike's best book bets of the beak. There's something here. We got to find a way to make money off this. Next up, Mike. As we mentioned earlier on in this podcast, the podcast that we are currently doing, the Arizona Cardinals are our team of the week. And as such, we'll be covering them as often as physically possible. Maybe in our sleep, maybe in our downtime. Maybe all I'll text you about is the Arizona Cardinals from here on out. And you'll just have to intuit from those texts when we're doing the podcast. Cardinals are at the Saints. Nice, soft, breezy, easy, beautiful cover girl schedule. Line, last time I checked, was Cardinals minus 5.5, minus 120. I'm guessing that could have moved by a point at this point, but I haven't checked again, so who knows? Some interesting things going on in this match, Mike. Some interesting stuff going on in this game. First off, don't know how I feel about the Saints cornerback 2.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. They traded their cornerback 2 to Washington for like 11 picks. Big offensive line versus defensive line matchup in this one. Cardinals brought in Josh Sweat. was waiting for you to do like a little jig. Or
Oh,
something.
that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I do love me some Josh Sweat.
Calais Campbell, who just turned 39 years old on Monday. Happy birthday, Calais Campbell.
Birthday,
Zaven Collins, and they got Dalvin Tomlinson in the middle as the run-stopping specialist nose tackle who's like in his mid-30s. The Saints got an elite center. They got Trevor Penning, Cesar Ruiz, and Talise Fuaga, who, if those guys all, well, especially if Talise Fuaga takes a step forward, this could be a pretty good offensive line. But right now, good run line, not a great pass line. Not sure how much of that can also be blamed on the, I believe that the official term is dog shit quarterbacks. Is that correct?
Yeah, Spencer Rattler guy.
I'm a big Spencer Rattler guy. Too bad Spencer Rattler's not a Spencer Rattler guy.
He's not?
Well, he
That
sure
doesn't
doesn't
make
seem
sense.
to believe in him.
Oh.
What do you think, Mike? You think Fuaga? You think he can be a guy?
Talisa Fuaga? Oh, yeah, I think he could. I think he
No,
has
the
that
other
in.
Fuaga. What the fuck you mean?
Billingham. No, yeah, I think he could play very good. I don't know how. I mean, plus Calvin Banks Jr. I mean, they think they could have a very good tackle situation.
Yeah, I think they got Kelvin Banks is the rookie they brought in.
Yeah, from Texas.
Yeah. Is Texas back though? That's the question. I think they could have a really high quality offensive line, and that could really change the color of this game if the offensive line is just good out the gate. They also have Kellen Moore's expert play calling, which brought you such successes as the years where Dallas didn't win any playoff games. The Chargers missing the playoffs, and then an Eagles Super Bowl that was definitely his fault because Kellen Moore got in that headset mic and said, "I'm thinking tush push." Saquon, for this play, I want you to backwards hurdle a player when he's trying to tackle you. I feel like that entire season was just Kellen Moore going, Jeff, can I call this play? And Jeff Stoutland going, no, run the ball.
Yeah, I was like watching the Eagles last night. I know they only scored while it was 24, right?
24.
24. Even though they only scored 24, I was still watching their offense and what it was doing, and I was like, yeah, I don't really notice Kellen Moore's not here anymore.
Yeah. So, I mean, fucking Jordan Mailata said he was from Jeff Stoutland University.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's from Australia. You can't lie to me, Jordan Mailata.
Oi.
Aussie.
Jordan Mailata.
The other thing, Garrett Williams versus Chris Olave, one of the best nose backs in the league, versus maybe the best power slot in the league, up there with CeeDee Lamb, depending on your stomach for concussions. How many snaps do you think we get Garrett Williams against Olave? Or do you think it's going to be like Gannon brings a lot of safety help against Shaheed and Olave? Also, how much do you gotta worry about the passing game when it's Spencer Rattler, and if he's really fucking up, they put in Tyler Shuck, who they have to keep together with tape and chewing gum?
Yeah, I know you're all on this whole like get pressure rushing for, but like I'm not worried about sending an extra man with Spencer Rattler. Like I feel like if I can get within like 4 feet of him, he's gonna poop himself and do something he shouldn't do.
He's also like what, 6 foot flat, right?
Yeah, not tall, dude. Well, he's
I'm
taller
not
than
worried
me,
about him
but-
throwing over my pass rush if they get through the middle.
The dead air after I talked over you. Like I feel like this is why you drafted Jordan Birch. This is why you went out and got Josh Sweat. You got Calais Campbell. Like
To beat Spencer Rattler?
no, I just mean in general the season. Like last year, the Cardinals like lacked a pass rush is where they needed to get better. Like their secondary is coming together. Like Garrett Williams emerged last year. And then add Will Johnson to that. Like I'd like if what?
Not worried about their cornerback too?
I'm not at all. If they can get the pass rush they were missing last year, I think this Cardinals defense can actually be a good unit. And also, like, people don't realize that the flip to the other side, like their offensive line last year was very hurt.
Yeah.
Evan Brown missed I think almost the whole season. Jonah Williams missed a bunch of time. Like those guys, Jonah Williams I think played game 1 and then went out, and then Evan Brown also missed some time. Like those dudes come back in, play a full season. The offensive line is going to be better. So then like the ageless wonder James Conner could do something. Kyler Murray have a little extra time to throw. I've talked myself so much into this Cardinals team, so maybe people shouldn't listen to me.
I think that's a great point with the defensive situation and how this could be a very good team. It might have been Simmons who was saying like Budda Baker is one of their only only like chip worthy players on the team. I don't think Buda Baker is worth a chip anymore. I'll say like I don't think their safeties are going to be great, but I do think they have good cornerbacks in Garrett Williams and Will Johnson. And mind you, defense is a who's your worst player kind of situation.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, if you're playing against a team with Chris Olave in the slot, you got Garrett Williams against him, and on the outside you can put Will Johnson, and mind you, very new to the role, against a Raheed Shaheed or against a tight end, and he can play proficiently. And Spencer Rattler's behind center. I can't see a way Arizona loses this game.
Yeah, I can't really see it. I don't like Max Melton. Not a Max Melton guy. Behind him on the depth chart.
Concerned with their CB2.
Yeah. But behind him is Denzel Burke, who they drafted this year. I know in the 5th round, but I think they could hit on him. I really liked what he did at Ohio State last year.
Well, I think we've pretty thoroughly covered this game from every angle. Figure we can go in here, make picks, all these specific predictions, go about that.
Sounds good.
Who's your pick, Mike?
The Cardinals. And I'll go ahead and I'll eat the 6.5.
Oh, is it up to 6.5 now?
Yeah, it's 6.5.
Damn, touchdown and then some.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, they got to get a touchdown and half an extra point. Yeah, I'll take the Cardinals as well on the money line, which I believe right now is minus 2,000. I don't have the odds in front of me.
I have it at minus 275 right now.
All right, that's a lot closer. I'll take that.
A lot of juice there you're taking, but
big vig.
Big. What's the vig?
My oddly specific prediction: I think Brandon Cooks ends up leading the Saints in targets, receptions, and yards in the game, and Arizona covers.
My oddly specific prediction: get ready, world. Marvin Harrison Jr. year 2 incoming. Let's take the league by storm. It starts right here. Hopefully he doesn't do this. What?
We didn't mention the Cardinals offense at all outside of their offensive line.
I mentioned the ageless wonder, James Conner.
As an extension of talking about the offensive line.
Yeah, and how it could help Kyler Murray.
We didn't mention Marvin Harrison Jr. We didn't mention Trey McBride.
So, yeah. Paris Johnson Jr., left tackle, also very good, very young. Sorry, back to the offensive line again.
Man, what a white guy ass podcast this became.
That it really did. But Marvin
that whole last season too.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison Jr., MHJ, coming out of the gate strong. Hopefully he doesn't do this to my boy Kool-Aid McKinstry if they could keep him away from him, because I'd hate to see him do this to one of my other guys. But game 1, all right, 100+ yards. But there's more. I'm guaranteeing you he's also going to get at least one tutty. One more thing. I'm guaranteeing you he's going to average at least 12 yards of reception.
12 yards of reception, 100+ yards, 1 touchdown. That would be more touchdowns than he got last season, right?
No, would not.
I think he averaged like 11.9 yards per route run last year. Or not per route run, but per reception last year.
Oh, okay. See, right in the far off.
Yeah.
Right there.
All right,
I mean,
we have
who in the,
what?
who,
What?
I was just gonna say, like, outside of Kool-Aid McKinstry, who was shaky last year as a rookie, I don't know who I'm scared of in this.
You more of a Kool-Aid McKinstry or Tyrion Arnold guy?
Ooh, 2 very different players. I love them both.
You mean the 2 cornerbacks from Alabama from the same draft?
Yeah, but Terry Arnold's much different.
He's got longer arms.
Yeah, Terry Arnold's like that physical downhill, crack you in the mouth, like ball hawking kind of defensive back.
Which is how he got beat off the line a lot last year.
Yeah. But you still, when you watch him play, even when he gets beat, you're like, God damn, I love that boy's hustle. Look at the jam out there. He's a baller. He's a gamer.
Does anyone have a piece of toast? Because all I'm seeing is jam. All right, Mike. Final thing we got to talk about here. Mike, you and I are both in a Survivor League that we do every year. This year, the pot is over $500 now for the winner.
Ooh.
Paid in $15. Tons of people participate that we just kind of go around and get people involved. Last year, it was over in like 6 weeks. I got eliminated in week 1 by the Cincinnati Bengals. So, as such, Mike, I figured that we are experts in the field, and so we should be picking Survivor Pool games.
Obviously.
Mike, I think that we should go through here, pick our week 1 Survivor Pool game. For those of you who don't know how Survivor Pool works, you have every week you have to pick a team just to win. If they win, you stay in. If they lose, you're out. You can only pick a team once per season. Easy enough. Those are the 2 basic rules of it. I have 3 games that I think are worth mentioning here, and 1 that I am definitely going to go with. Maybe 4 games, but for sure 3 games. Mike, how many games do you have that you've circled and put a little heart next to?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 games,
including the one I'm going with.
Well, let's just start there, and then we'll mention the other ones. What are you going with, Mike?
Everything we talk about in this podcast is just like tying back to another thing. I picked the Cardinals.
I also picked the Cardinals.
Okay.
Yeah.
What better way to start my Survivor Pool than also going with Team Talent alone? I also liked them because some of the other teams we're probably going to mention. I'm like, I don't like going with, even though they're like a touchdown favorite and they're playing the Saints, their like percentage of people picking them on the site we use was not the highest. I don't even think it was top 3.
Yeah, so we use Yahoo, and an important thing Yahoo does is it shows you the line as well as how many people are betting it. And there is definitely a funnel effect to that, where the biggest line and the most people betting it do that pick those teams, so the numbers increase. And I feel like the thing that people are missing there is that you can only pick a team once.
Exactly.
Which is why I think the Cardinals are a great bet, because they're playing the Saints, probably one of the worst teams in the league. The rest of the way, the games you could reasonably pick the Cardinals, they play the Panthers week 2. I think the Panthers are going to be improved.
Mm-hmm.
They play the Titans on October 5th at home again. Not a bad pick. They play the Colts on October 12th on the road, and that's sort of it. Like that you could reasonably say that's a lock to pick the Cardinals that week. So you had 4 opportunities to pick teams there for the Cardinals to go against. Any of those games kind of work. If I was ranking them, I would probably rank Cardinal Saints as my game I feel the best at out of those.
Yeah. Compare that, like what you were saying, compare that to like one of the higher picked games or teams, obviously, is going to be like the Broncos at home, more than a touchdown favorite against the Titans. But when I look at the Broncos schedule, like they got the Colts in a couple weeks. You could take them. They have the Colts twice. Obviously. What am I looking at here? I was looking at the Titans schedule. Sorry. They have the Colts once. You could take them there. They have the Jets and the Giants. You could take them there. They have the Raiders twice. You could take them in either of those. Jags, I'd probably take them against them too.
I think that my target for the Broncos is going to be October 12th against the Jets. That defense against Justin Fields is going to eat. So they were another team that I had circled there. The final one I had was Bengals-Browns. I don't know how you felt about that. The Browns are not good at football, as some people may be aware.
Yeah, it's true.
They play the Browns twice, which is if you miss it here, they're on the road at the Browns. You miss it here, that's fine. They also play the Jaguars, who you hate, so sure. They get the Jets, the Steelers, and the Dolphins near the end of the season. Now, also, if you're playing a Survivor Pool and you're like, okay, well, who are they playing at the end of December? Your Survivor Pool is not lasting until the end of December.
No.
Your Survivor Pool will not be around December 21st to worry about the Bengals playing the Dolphins. My thing with the Bengals is they have started so slow every year that Joe Burrow has been there.
Mm-hmm.
Their win percentage in September is worse than their win percentage in the playoffs.
Dear God.
So just wait until like October 26th when they play the Jets at home, or November 16th, the second Steelers game. At that point, Aaron Rodgers would have already retired. So you get the Bengals against Mason Rudolph. Don't hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Any other games you want to throw out there, Mike? I think pretty definitively the pick's Arizona.
Yeah, I think so. And with the Browns and Bengals thing, like real quick, it's not even like you could be like, oof. What if it's like some weird AFC North, like low scoring game, Joe Flacco, they pull out this win? It's like the Browns defense isn't good anymore.
Just one problem, Happy. You're not good.
Yeah, like they're not going to be good this year, so like I wouldn't even be worried about that. I did consider but did not take was the Patriots at home. against the Raiders, just because I'm high on Drake May and some of the things the Patriots are doing, but it was a little too close for comfort.
Yeah,
So
I just don't
I bailed on that
want
one.
to. I just don't want to bet against the Raiders until I see a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
For the time being, I just want to see some more. Another popular one on the site that we should just answer real quick: Commanders Giants at home for Washington. Obviously, Commanders made it to the conference final last year. I'm not nervous about this game, but I will say this Giants defense is going to be very good, and close, low-scoring games have a weird way of letting underdogs stick around until late. So I wouldn't love to be sweating out my week one like that, especially when there are easier matchups you could pick for the Commanders in the future.
Yeah. The only thing I keep thinking is like, it's Russell Wilson. Like if he gets hurt and Jackson Dart comes in, then maybe I'd start being a little concerned.
You would be concerned about Jackson Dart more than Russell Wilson.
Yep.
This whole offseason has given so many people brain rot over Jackson Dart. If Jackson Dart came out last year instead of this year, he'd be the Shadur Sanders. He'd be a fucking 5th-round pick on the Browns.
I like him better than Russell Wilson. I like Jameis better than Russell Wilson, but somehow Russell Wilson keeps winning starting jobs places he goes. Speaking of like starting jobs, like this is going to be Pittsburgh, New York, like the Jets, obviously, is going to be a god awful stat line for these QBs.
Yeah.
Like maybe Rodgers is going to turn it on and have this like one last miraculous ride. Like all the spite from the doubters will fuel him, like it has in the past. I don't see it happening, so I think this could be a rough game. Over under is 38.5. So
people are talking about that game as like a game that they want to like keep an eye on because of like the Rodgers revenge. I don't want any part. I don't want any part of Pittsburgh versus the Jets. I don't want any part of Miami versus Indianapolis.
No.
Yeah, I think those are the only two. Like every other game, I can find a reason to like get invested. Those two, fuck no.
Yeah, got nothing.
Yeah. All right, Mike. That's everything I got this week. Anything else you want to mention? Anything else pop to the top of your head? You got any pressing week 2 college football thoughts? You really just got to get out of that brain of yours?
No, just look forward because I'm going to get it to our world-class editing team within the next hour and see if they can do a super quick turnaround. And then on Saturday, we'll be on the website.
All right. So you got on Saturday. So we're closing on, are we doing plugs? Is that what that was? Is that your plug?
No, you were just asking about any pressing thoughts, so I figured I might as well just go ahead and just plug stuff on the website.
What's the best game of week 2?
I mean, I think Michigan, Oklahoma is going to be a lot of fun. I think, and then I also think at Kansas and Missouri could get pretty wild. So those are the two.
How do you feel about after you talk shit about Penn State? They're now the 2nd-ranked team in the country.
Well, they were the 2nd-ranked team in the country last week. Oh no, they were. They were 2nd-ranked team in the country last week. Yeah, they were.
It was Ohio State.
No, Ohio State was 3 in the AP poll. The coaches poll had them too.
Oh, I only know the coaches poll. How did our boys at SMU do week 1?
They played fine. They played was it Eastern Texas A&M? I mean, some like FCS school. Nothing serious.
And who's the Heisman favorite right now?
I think it's Nuss right now. Sellers
Nuss
played good as well. Yeah, I think it's Nuss Bus or Sellers right now. I'm leaning Nuss Bus. He impressed a lot of people.
I'm very invested in the Lenora Sellers Heisman for obvious reasons. For those of you who don't know, I picked Lenora Sellers to be the number 1 overall draft pick. And who does Texas play? Just so we can keep an eye out on Arch Manning's slow decline into unemployment.
Texas, I believe they're back at home.
University.
Yes.
Okay. To get the clean audio on that, San Jose State University.
San Jose State University. Go Spartans.
But not those. Different Spartans.
Different Spartans.
Oh wait, those are Trojans. Wait, is USC Trojans or Spartans?
USC's Trojans. Michigan State are the Spartans.
We need more mascots. All right, Mike, you got any other plugs on the way out the door?
I know. You just follow me on the socials in the chat, and everybody be nice to each other.
All right. Well, I think everyone should be mean to each other. You can follow me at TalonAlone on Twitter. Check out our YouTube channel. That is at TalonAlone Podcast, where we just post clips of old retro video games with this podcast audio over the top of it. And keep an eye out next week for whatever we decide to do for our football schedule coming out of week 1 of NFL action. And with that, Mike, as it is week 1, would you like to give a week 1 based NFL shout out?
Yeah, shout out to the man who will be the Giants QB1 come week 4, Jackson Smoke a Dart.
More like Jackson Fart.
Damn.